Alright, so theoretically we're back.
Woo!
Apparently Google Hangouts thought my computer went to sleep. I'm entirely sure why it thought that.
Mm.
Alright, hopefully we can see drawing now.
Cornbread.
Alright,
Yeah, the video is back, by the way.
excellent. Right, moving on to panel 2. I think Manga Studio should cut me a break on the next upgrade since I keep telling people they should use it.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
It would indeed. Since the EX is kind of expensive. It's not horrible like in comparison to like Photoshop, but it's not inexpensive.
Yeah, wow, everybody's flooding the stream with Spock, man. No! Stop!
That does not surprise me. So I guess we can assume Leonard Nimoy won't be in the next Star Trek movie.
I wonder if he I wonder if he filmed it already or anything like that.
I don't know. I don't know how far along. Like I don't even know if they had a script yet. Yeah.
Uh, Man, I thought I shared this hangout. Maybe not. Stupid computers.
I agree with the stupid computers part.
Then again, I guess they can only do what you tell them to do.
That's probably for the best, really. If they start doing the stuff you don't tell them to do, then we're all in trouble. All right. I'd even letter this.
Who influenced your style? It's pretty cool.
Um, Nobody that actually looks like my style influenced me. It's kind of weird. Um, the people who and I don't try to emulate them, obviously, but like Wendy Pini and Matt Wagner and even Brian Lee O'Malley and um, even Dave Sim and oddly enough, even John Byrne, and yet none of my stuff looks like any of their stuff. It's
Well,
weird.
that's what it's supposed to be, I do believe.
Um, so it's just kind of weird that the people who I consider who influenced me, I don't actually draw like. I think they more influenced me in the fact that they sort of pushed the boundaries of what comics could be. And if you look at like or even Matt Wagner, um, and Dave Sim. I mean, I don't necessarily like Dave Sim as a person. Um, he always kind of comes off as kind of an arrogant jerk, but maybe he actually isn't. I don't know. But he took a comic about an aardvark and made it interesting. I mean, and really well done.
Yeah, I've read quite a few of them. Pretty neat.
And I um, like Brian Lee O'Malley. Everyone knows Scott Pilgrim, right? Um,
Yeah.
actually, he did a book called Hopeless Savages, and this it was like a story arc called Ground Zero. It was really awesome. Like it was a love story. It was awesome, and it was remarkable how well done it was. And, he didn't write it, but he drew it, and there are scenes by other artists as well. It was just really well done. And obviously, I probably watched a little bit like too much Speed Racer and Star Blazers as a kid, because you can definitely see
Okay.
a
Okay.
moderately Japanese influence in my art, which is interesting. Like if you ask most people who like read just like American comics, they think my art style is very Japanese. But if you ask someone who just reads Japanese comics, they think my art style is very American. I think my art style is just weird. All right, and panel.
What do you want? Oh, go away.
That's what I'm saying to the snow. I'm saying go away, but it's not working.
What are you doing? Huh? You don't know? I don't know. Look, we're watching Story Today. Everybody. I guess we'll get about 10 or 12 hours of Spock postings.
Yeah, I don't think it's even worth looking at anything at the moment because all it's going to be is Spock. Though at least it will get rid of the silly dress post of whether or not it's black
Oh,
or white.
come on, really? I don't understand it.
I don't know. I do think I'm going to use that though. 'Cause I work in a paint store as my real job, so I think I'm going to use that when people try and bring me photos of stuff and say, "What color is this?" I'm going to say, "Well, you remember that dress photo and how no one knew what color it was?"
You're gonna make me go watch the Mammoth Car episode now. What?
Oh, crikey. Every once in a while when I'm drawing, I make sound effects to go along with the drawing. I think that's totally normal to make weird noises while you draw.
Mine are usually expletives at the computer. No! Get down, 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 down. Go on. We'll find something to do.
They found something to do already, and you said no.
Pastor me. Uh, Watching to see if these idiots are going to pass this funding bill.
Well,
Guaranteed if there's a raise for them, they'd be all over it like white on rice.
of course it will. But then again, if I was voting on to give myself a raise, I'd totally do it as well. So I mean, I can understand that mentality. So, and it'd be nice if they voted on important stuff. But you know, much as I'd like to say, oh yeah, I'd be a good politician. No, I would be
I'd probably be terrible.
very corrupt and bribable. I'm originally from Rhode Island, land of the corrupt politician. So there we go. So we've got a whopping 3 panels done, and looks like you're saving. Okay. Because if you don't save, you'll always lose it. I went through and did like all the pencils and all the inks and all the letters on something without saving, and then the computer crashed and I lost everything.
I do that all the time. Oh,
I try not to go too far without saving because I'm always paranoid, you know?
I'm the one that's, I think I can do just a little bit. Oh, no.
Yeah. It's very unpleasant when that happens. That's not bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's like just a bunch of squiggles, and somehow I managed to figure out where the hell the lines were. Oh, and another cool thing with Manga Studio, it has amazing watercolor brushes. Not that I ever use them, because I mean, I kind of am not good at watercolor. But look at that watercolor brush.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And if you had someone who knew how to use watercolors, as opposed to me, you could do amazing stuff. Even the pencils are pretty nice.
Wonder if any of these Star Trek guys get buried in a coffin that looks like
Like a photon torpedo?
something cool, you know? So cool.
They should totally do that with Leonard
A
Nimoy.
space shuttle or something.
No, they should totally do a photon torpedo because that's what they shot him out of
Yeah, that
Planet
would be cool.
Genesis.
That would be cool.
I'm not sure that Leonard Nimoy would appreciate that, but you know, it should be all about us, not him. I mean, come on.
Family was probably like, "Oh hell no, we ain't doing that."
Yeah,
But Dad said,
I
"No."
think it makes good sense.
Did he have any kids? I know he had a wife.
I have no idea.
Pretty, I guess he prized his personal life because you
Yeah,
really hear a lot about his wife or anything at all.
which is saying a lot because you know, let's face it, the Star Trek fans can be rather ravenous in terms of gathering information.
He ought to be trending any time now.
I
So
haven't even looked at Facebook.
that's truly sad.
Hey, that maybe. Clearly, I need to add a background to the fourth panel, but not with an eraser. That's a disadvantage of like using digital. Sometimes you forget what tool you're using. If you're drawing for real, generally you know if you have an eraser in your hand or if you have a pencil in your hand.
I'm just curious to find out what's going to happen with that net neutrality now that they can regulate it.
Well,
Could
your
be a bad thing, could be
Netflix
a
will
good
go up.
thing.
I predict your Netflix will go up, and other than that, like some streaming sites will probably cost more, but I don't think you'll see a huge difference right away. But I do predict things like Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu Plus will probably be going up, if only for the fact that they can blame it on that, even though they were totally for it. And your cable bill will go up because they were against it, so they're going to make someone pay for it. So in the end, it'll cost you more money.
That's what it's all about up there. Up there,
Exactly.
see, what can we get our hands on now?
Well, it's a
We're not busy doing anything else.
well, someone's got to take our money. We clearly can't deal with our money ourselves, so someone has to take it from us. So, you know, I'd be perfectly happy if they decided that they didn't want to take any more of my money. Because I'm pretty sure I could find uses for that tax money. Like I would buy a new drawing tablet. I'd get a big fancy one.
I like mine. It just, I don't know, takes up a lot of room. But it's on swivels. Whatever.